All right, family, what's going on? It's your boy, Coach Rob. We in the house. Your boy is running late. I was supposed to be doing this at 5:30, so I apologize for being late. I had a late practice today with the kids. Me and my coaches decided to go to a sports bar, talk about the team, talk about what we see, what players we like, what players we're going to have to coach up, we're going to have to work with. So that's why I'm late. So let's see how many people we can get in here. And I also forgot to set my little what is that notification to let you guys know that I was gonna be doing it today around 6:30. But I totally forgot about that, man. But usually you guys once I go live, you guys start popping in. So hopefully, oh yep, there you guys go. All my people are up in here. What's up, Fritz for real, Jaquez? What up, Rob? I know you've seen them Rockets. Oh yeah, I seen a little bit of it, man. I just left a little sports bar, me and a couple of my coaches. So we caught a couple of the games. So I did see a little bit of it. I didn't see the whole game, so I'm assuming they won. Cause we was talking football, eating some barbecue. So I didn't see who won, but I'm sure they won. BP the Great, what up, homie? Demario, what's going on? Yeah, I don't know. Like right now, if you look at any of my descriptions on any of my videos, I've been trying to change stuff, and I have 5:30 every Sunday. So right now, that's the schedule. 5:30 Pacific Standard Time every Sunday. I'm gonna be on here, but I think some people are telling me Mondays is better. So depending on what you guys say, that's the day I'm gonna stick with. But as of right now, Sunday 5:30. Obviously, it's going on 7 my time, so I'm hella late, but I still want to jump on. Mike Colum, what's up? What's good? Carino one. Oh, hey, hey, Carino one says he's still keeping an eye on them reviewers with full bottles. You know what I'm saying? Talking about they getting 1,000 compliments and they ain't sprayed the bottle yet. You know what I mean? Reddick, it's about Westbrook. Jason 5506. Got any Slumber House? No, I don't have any Slumber House fragrances, and I haven't smelled any. DeMar, ready? You like Sunday? I'm thinking Sunday too, because Sunday's a chill day. We either watching the game, we just kicking it around the house. You're getting ready for work the following day or whatever. So it's easier to do it. I can even do it today, earlier in the day. But it seems like for me, Sunday works best. Cause I know Monday could be hectic for people. Dealing with the family and just dealing with life in general. BP the Gray said, "What scent did I wear today?" I posted on my Instagram page. I threw on that Boys 1920, the classic. It's called Classic 1920, man. A great, I think it's an apricot scent. It's something different. It's like a clean gentleman barbershop type vibe with like an apricot fruity thing going on, which is, unique and different. So I don't wear it that much, but I decided to put that on today because I didn't, I haven't worn it in a while. Phil Anderson, what's up, man? Hey, what's going on with you? Hey, if you guys are looking for some, hey, Phil, do you have decants or do you He wins a lot of stuff on Total Fragrance Raffle. What do you do with your bottles, man? Do you sell bottles? Do you sell decants, or do you just collect? Because if so, Phil Anderson, he'll be a good guy to pick up some stuff from. But I don't know. I don't know if he decants. So he would have to type that in the comments and let me know. Sandy, what's going on, man? Jason says the reviewer with full bottles have backups. That's why it looks full, because it is full. I never understood the backup thing, dude. Like, why does anybody need a backup bottle? Unless, I never got that. The only reason I can think you would have a backup bottle is if it's about to be discontinued. Either it's discontinued and there's a couple out there, or you've heard rumors that it's about to be discontinued. Because, like, for instance, if Bleecker Street was really about to be discontinued, I would have got a backup bottle of that. But it's not going to be discontinued. So I don't get just having a whole bunch of bottles just to say you have a whole bunch of bottles. Like, you can't go to the mall and get another bottle. I don't get that. Maybe you guys can let me know what that's all about. Gene Isaac, what's up? Hey, Gene Isaac is the man. I don't know if you've been to any of my live ones, but Gene Isaac, he's the man behind Total, the Fragrance Raffle. He's a genius with that idea and concept, man. So if you guys aren't in the group, he's in here right now. send him a text, let him know what your Facebook name is, and he'll add you. And I'm telling you, once you guys get in there, you're gonna be hooked. I got a lot of my collection came from there. A lot of my new content was, because I won some bottles in the fragrance group, because I wasn't gonna purchase all these bottles, retail. So I've kind of been MIA in that group. I need to get in there and get in a couple more raffles. But because of that, I was able to produce some more content. Being that I won a couple bottles from that Facebook group. So definitely holler at Gene Isaac, man. He's in here. All right, William says, big fan here, Coach. I got a 15-year-old nephew that's getting into frags. You got any suggestions? Definitely, man. I mean, 15 years old. Shoot, I was wearing what's hot, but I would give them, starting with them celebrity frags, man, because they're readily available. They smell pretty decent. And for the price, he can purchase them himself, or he doesn't have to break the bank if somebody else is purchasing them. So what I would recommend for him is Jay-Z's Gold, which to me is a good one. I just did a review on Sean John's 3 a.m., which is a good one. Ferragamo Black, F Black will probably be my first pick, because you can get that at Ross, Marshalls, TJ Maxx. I've seen it as cheap as $15, and I guarantee you that's the best $15 fragrance you or him can get right now, in my opinion. So I would go with F Black, then probably Jay-Z Gold, then probably Sean John's 3 a.m. or even Unforgivable. That's still a banger. And all four of those you can find at your Ross, Marshalls, TJ Maxx for under like $20. So definitely start right there. DeMario asked me, when is the last time you blind bought a whole bottle? That's a good question. When is the only blind? Well, it's not a buy. The only blind thing I ever do is swaps. So Lubin Akkad is a new fragrance in my collection. If you look on my CoachRob619 Instagram, it looks like it's the gold bottle, brown top. That's the newest blind addition to my collection. I just swapped it out. I got rid of I forgot what I got rid of for it, but I swapped for it, never smelt it, and I actually ended up liking it. But as far as a blind purchase, my last blind purchase was Sean John 3 a.m. I purchased that without ever smelling it. It was only like $15-20. So Sean John 3 a.m. is my last blind buy. And my expensive blind fragrance was Lubin Akkad, but that, like I said, that was a swap, so I didn't pay any money for that. Jason says, I have backups, no lie. What do you have backups of? And why do you buy backups? Like what's the purpose? Do you think they're gonna get discontinued, or you just don't want to go back to the mall and buy another one? Or maybe if you got a good price, that's another reason. I can see like my girl or my fiance, I bought her vanilla ecstasy, Montal's vanilla ecstasy up at Lucky Sin, like Sin Bar, like 2 years ago, and I paid $115 for 1.7, and I'm looking at Notino the other day, and they have a 3.4 100 ounce clearance for $56. So I was pissed off when I seen that, man. Paid 100, and plus tax was like 115 for a 50 ml bottle. She just bought a 100 ml bottle for $56. So now if it's something like that, I told her, hey, you need to buy that. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I ain't buying it again. I paid for the little bottle. So even though she still has the one I purchased, I was like, buy that, because you're not going to see that price again for $56 for double double the value of what I got, and double the the quantity, double the juice. So for in that instance, that's the only reason I see. That's one of the two reasons I see having a backup bottle. You found it as a hell of a cheap price, or it's getting discontinued. But other than that, I don't get it. Curveball, what up, Coach? Checking in from Athens, Georgia. What's up, man? Hey, in Georgia, y'all got the all my boys posting up. You got the West Coast thing out there in Atlanta right now. In Georgia, I need to be out there. I keep forgetting about that every single year. You have the West Coast. I forgot what they called it, but it's in Atlanta. Everybody from the West goes out there. The West Coast Day or whatever. And now I'm seeing all these videos with everybody out there. Cologne, what's up? Okay, I got it. Jason says he buys backups because just in case they reformulate, which makes sense because they reformulate all the time. So I get that. That's what I'd be another good reason. I can feel you on that. Phil Anderson said, I keep bottles or sell depending on necessity. Hey, Phil Anderson always got bottles, and he wins a gang of fragrances on Totally Fragrance raffle. So y'all need to become friends with Phil Anderson. If you're looking for something, I guarantee you he got it. LB Kent, what's up, man? Ulysses, I haven't smelled Invictus Aqua. I mean, matter of fact, I'm gonna jump into that. I went to the mall this week and I smelled a whole bunch of fragrances. I was in Bloomingdale's and the women was looking at me crazy because I was in there for about 45 minutes and I smelled everything. I ain't buying nothing. And then I asked them for a sample and they gave me a sample of that Jean Paul Gaultier. What is it? La Essence. This one right here. That bottle is the business, man. This is like one. This is definitely the best Jean Paul Gaultier bottle, but I love this bottle, man. I think I want to buy this just because of the bottle, but not because of the smell. Let me jump right into this as I'm talking about it. So I smelled this one. Obviously, I got a sample of it. I might shoot a little mini review of this because I wore it, and I wish it smelled different because I would definitely purchase it just for the bottle alone. But that this Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male, this Essence Day perfume smells great, but it smells in the opening and the mid. It smells exactly like Victor and Ross Spice Bomb. I mean, almost identical. When I sprayed this on, that's exactly what I thought I was getting. This is just not as strong as it, or at least on my skin, because Spice Bomb is probably one of the best projecting beastly performances I own, man, on my skin. It just, I only can spray 2 sprays at the most, maybe 3 sometimes, and it's too much. And this is a calmer version of Le Male. I mean, not Le Male, but of Spice Bomb. So if you don't want to get noticed too much, you don't want that extreme big, scent cloud, but you want something that smells like Spice Bomb, go with this right here. This is a good one. But when it dries down, it smells a little different. When it dries down, it has a subtle hint of that Le Male DNA, that minty vanilla, and a little leather develops. So at the dry down, that's where Spice Bomb and this separates. But for the most part, they're identical in the first hour or two. I mean, like identical. One's just, Spice Bomb is just louder, but they're pretty similar to that. But good fragrance, man. So if you guys looking for something new, you like Spice Bomb, but you just never purchased it, I would probably go with that just because of that bottle is sick. Kerbo says he got some good pickups out of TJ Maxx. Man, somebody showed me they were getting bonds out of TJ Maxx. He got like Bond I Love New York for All or something like that, dude. So I don't know. I forgot where it was. I think it was on Instagram. I seen him getting stuff like that. So I haven't been in those stores in a while. So I need to go back in there try to find me some niche or something for cheap. The fragrance critic, do you wear Versace Dylan Blue? If you have, did you receive any compliments? I haven't wore that yet. I don't even have it. I think I tested that one now. I need to get a bottle, man. And that's what I'm trying to do for you guys. I was just watching Mark's Robes Awake video he did the other day, and he was telling people how to get sponsorships and, sponsors with Notino and things like that. And so I went on Notino's website. I filled out the little form, and I'm just waiting on them to contact me back. So they still got to pick you or decide a partnership with you and sponsor you. So nobody is currently sponsoring me right now. And I know some people look down on that or they frown on that. But for me, I just want to figure out a way. And if you guys got to answer this type of to me, tell me right now. I'm looking for a way to bring you guys more content and not break the bank. You know what I mean? Because the thing is like there's only so many bottles. Like when he just asked me about the Versace, I can't just keep buying bottles and bottles and bottles. And that's what's difficult about having a YouTube channel where your content is a product that you're reviewing that you got to constantly purchase. Like this right here, me talking to you guys is free. So I can get on here all day, every day and just answer your questions and give you advice and just talk about fragrances just because it's not costing me nothing. But when I got to constantly purchase things and some of the stuff I'm not even going to like just to shoot a video to tell you this shit sucks, don't buy it, but I've wasted $75, $85, $90, $150 on it just to tell you don't buy it. So I think trying to get a sponsorship, but it would have to be under my terms, and that's what I don't know. So if you guys out there, you know anything about sponsorships or a company for me to align myself with to where they'll still give me the freedom to keep it 100 with you guys. They'll give me the freedom to, or they'll ask me like, what is it that you want to review? So it'll still be a natural review. It'll be things that I want to review. They'll send me the bottle. I'll shoot the review and tell you guys to go check it out or not. Tell you guys if it got compliments, if it works, if it sucks, if it, the projection, longevity, et cetera, et cetera. So because it's hard to keep keep purchasing and purchasing and purchasing and purchasing. And then what I have is a whole closet full of fragrances that, I'm not wearing. And some of them I can't even, swap out because people don't want them because they suck. So that's what I'm trying to do now. Phil Anderson, yo, Rob, where was that you went in Mexico when you went on the cruise? It was called Rhythms of the Night. So I was in Puerto Vallarta. So the Puerto Vallarta was a city, and it's one of the big ports they have out there. And right across the street, I think it's a mall. That's where I got DHI. So it's a mall across the street. It's where all the Carnival and all the cruises, they come in at this port. So through the, we were in a timeshare. So through the timeshare, and you could probably find it anywhere. You just go to anybody selling a cruise or selling a tour, ask for Rhythms of the Night, and they'll tell you right where to go, where the boat picks you up, and it ships you out there. So it's called Rhythms of the Night. Puerto Vallarta is the city. Coach, did you try Aqua de Jo and Sensa? I've tried that before, but not enough to know anything about it. I mean, it kind of smelled like Aqua de Jo to me, but not as floral. Is Aqua de Jo floral? Aqua de Jo has a floral thing to me, but it was more of a cleaner version, but it wasn't good enough for me to purchase. So I would have to spend some more time with it. Screw YouTube, a cologne raffle. Yes, the guy right above you, Gene Isaac, he hosts a page on Facebook called Totally Fragrance Raffle or Totally Raffle Fragrance page. He can clear it up, but he has a page on YouTube, and basically what you do there, people sell their fragrances, new, used, majority of them are new, and you just raffle. So say for instance, you have a fragrance that you want to sell for $100. So what you'll do, you'll get in touch with Gene, and he'll allow you to put up your fragrance. You'll tell everybody I'm selling this for $100, and I'm gonna sell 10 spots for $10. So us, other members in the group, we'll pay our $10. We'll send it to PayPal. We'll send it all either to Gene or to you. Once you get your $100, you let Gene know that, okay, they're good to go to raffle. A moderator will spin a little wheel, whatever number comes up. So if I pick number 9, I gave you my $10 and I said I want number 9. If number 9 comes on the wheel, I win a bottle. I get the bottle, $100 bottle for $10, and you get your $100. Everybody's happy. It's that simple. But I mean, they have high-end stuff, man. They don't have this. This is not your Curve and your Cool Water. You're gonna find your Amber Stars. You're gonna find your Amber, your Roja Dove, Amber Oud, like all the expensive exclusives. They have all the creeds. They have the flacons. They have Pure White, Jordan, like anything you could think of. Clive Christian, By Killian, Zirjov, like everything is in these raffles. And a lot of people, since some of them I think are in Europe, they'll have it. Like they have Amouage Bracken Man on there like a while ago before it even hit the States. So you're getting a lot of stuff early. Like they have Memo, African leather, Italian leather. They have everything. So even if you don't want to participate, join the group, look around, see how the raffles go down, and then just decide if you want to either, purchase some or jump in a raffle. Because some raffles be like $8, $7, $4, $3. They sell decants, all kind of stuff on there. So it's definitely worth it. J Crone 659 Interlude Man by Amouage. What are your thoughts? I hate it. Like I don't like nothing about Interlude Man. Yeah, I don't even understand how people like that fragrance. For me, it just I can't get into those super incense oud kind of like I don't know. I can't even remember what it was, man. I sprayed it and just threw the little thing away. But I hate Interlude Man, to answer your question. I just can't give those kind of frags time to develop and even see what it's about. I just don't like it at all. Kerbo says, I'm thinking about copping a Valentino Umo. Thoughts? It's great, dude. It's funny you bring up that fragrance. My girlfriend right now, my fiance, I had her today. I had her put together a list. So my next video I'm probably gonna shoot tomorrow is gonna be top 20 fragrances that my fiance loves out of my collection. So I'm titled it some different way, but basically it's a top 20. I'm having her pick out all the fragrances that she loves out of my collection, and Valentino Umo surprisingly was one of them because I got the original versions of DHI, which I feel the Valentino Umo smells similar to. It smells like DHI. Like it's a great clone of DHI. It's not as good as the original, but if you like DHI, you'll like Valentino Umo. I haven't smelled the intense version, but I definitely like that, to answer your question, and my fiance loves it. SMGOFDL, whatever. He says, yo, Coach Rob, tried any new fragrances recently? Yep, I tried a lot. I just went to the mall, and I'm about to go over that right now. I'm gonna tell you everything I was smelling, because a lot of you guys on my last live stream was saying, hey, smell this, smell that, smell that. So I went to the mall and checked some stuff out. Yeah, dude, it's super expensive without no sponsorships, man. Somebody asked me my first live stream. He's like, "Hey, how much money do you think you've invested in fragrances?" And we did the math. It was like $10,000. I invested at minimum 10,000, because you got to think I have 200 reviews, and I have bottles that range from $50 to like $350. So if you do the math, and I said if we just average it out to like $75 a bottle times 200 reviews, you get what's the number you get? That's how much I've spent on, and I don't know why I could never find the calculator on my phone. That's how much I spent on reviews. So here we go. We go 200 reviews. I think I got 200 reviews. 200 reviews times on average 75 a bottle, which we all know I spend way more than that on bottles. That equals 15,000. So take 200 of my reviews, average out all my bottles, because some bottles I have is $20, some bottles I have is $350, but just for $75, that's 15,000, man. In the last 5 years, I spent just to shoot reviews and never received a dollar, man. Never received any kind of compensation, never received anything back. Now, I do have AdSense, so I get crumbs from that, a couple of pennies, couple $100 here and there every once in a while, but I just take that and buy a bottle or two. So like I really haven't received any compensation. So my thing is, if I can do a sponsorship and they'll allow me to get bottles I want, and I don't really even know how they work, but even if they sent me some stuff that is new releases that I can at least try and tell you yay or nay, this, don't buy this or whatever, that at least it creates more content for my channel. Because what I would like to do, like right now, I'm releasing a new video every Monday. That's my current schedule. Every Monday, 7 p.m., you guys should be receiving a new video from me. So that's 4 videos a month. I would like to increase that to like 10 videos a month, or like at least 2 videos a week, 8 videos a month or something, but just create more content. But what happens is, once I review everything on my collection, then I'm out of a channel. I'm out of videos. So how do I keep it going for the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 more years down the line? How do I keep going without the aid of some sponsorships, or without the aid of people sending me fragrances or giving me more, things to smell to review? So that's where I'm at now. Especially if I see guys getting sponsorships, like, shit, why shouldn't I get one? But it'll never be, I would never do anything that's going to compromise my opinion or compromise what I say on this channel. So if it compromises that, like somebody say, look, we're going to give you some bottles, but you have to say they're great, even if they suck, then I'm going to be like, screw you, I'm cool. I won't, I'm not going to do that. That's not why you guys watch my channel. That's not what, created the subscribers I have, and you guys riding with me this long. It wasn't because I was, selling you some BS. So I'll never compromise that. All right, Williams, yeah, Notino, it's a online retailer, great website. Do they have some cheap stuff? Like I said, my fiance currently bought something on that website. It used to be called beautyspin.com. So it was beautyspin.com. So if you ever purchase anything from Beautyspin, Notino is the same company, just changed the name. Fritz, for real, say, I'm sure Fragrance King could help you get going. Just shoot you 10 mil decants. Hey, if they willing to do it, that'll work, man. I mean, that's enough to review something. David Tipsy Drinks, what's up, man? Yeah, Keith Montgomery, that's what I was saying. He says sponsorship is a good thing as long as you can keep your objectivity and not feel obligated to give a good review. And that's key. That's the only thing I would ask anybody that will provide me with sponsorship, is that I have to keep my content the same. If you want me to say anything other than what I would actually really say, I can't mess with you. Jay Roberts wants me to do a top 10 celebrity fragrances. I could probably do that. Let me put that in my phone of ideas from you guys. Top 10 celebrity frags. That'll probably be an easy review. I already named like 4 of them earlier. Top 10 celeb frags. He says, J. Crone. So does Robes when he puts out a video, um, does he say this video was sponsored, or is he, or do you, are you assume, I'm talking to Jay Croner 659, or do you assume, or is he, I ain't gonna say perpetrating, or is he do you feel he's misleading you by the reviews because they're sponsored, or do you think he just pumping them out saying something that's not true to himself because he's sponsored? There it is, Gene Isaac. He typed it in. It's totally fragrance raffle. You guys just take that right now. Totally fragrance raffle. Just open up a new tab. Go to Facebook. Hit the search. You will see it. I guarantee Gene will let you in the group. It's a great group, man. I have nothing but good things to say about it. And I've when I first got on there, I was a little critical as far as not saying anything bad about it, but I look and observe to make sure things are 100% legit before I go on this camera and start, you know what I'm saying, say, hey, go here, check this out. You know, I got my word. But those dudes are straight up legit, man. So definitely check out Totally Frank's raffle page, man. You won't be disappointed that you did. Big Pat Mo says, what about Lyric Man by Amawatch? Lyric Man by Amawatch is a little bit too feminine to me, but it is a good fragrance. Like, I can see, for people that like it, I can totally see why, because it's something different. It's an authentic, nice rose with a spicy undertone. I've never got a compliment when I wore it. I remember I wore it to work one time, and somebody's like, who the hell got roses? Like, you know how, like, people send their wives and girlfriends roses to work, so sometimes they'll get this big-ass bouquet or something. I was walking around the office and somebody's like, the girls were literally walking around looking for what girl got roses that day. So they could be like, oh, girl, he brought you roses, blah, blah, blah. And it was me smelling like a damn bouquet of roses walking around the office. So women would definitely tell you smell like rose. I don't think anyone would tell you that that's a bad thing. But I don't think anybody would say that like they'll really compliment you saying how sexy that is. I don't know, but it never worked that way for me. But I have wore, I had a nice 30 mil decant of Lyric Man, and I pretty much went through the whole thing. So I wore it a lot of times, and I've never got like a real compliment like that. I just got, oh, you smell like flowers, or you smell like roses or something. Smelling Good said, what's your most complimented Tom Ford fragrance? Right now it's Rive de Ombre, because that's the only Tom Ford like fragrance that I own. But I did get a fragrance because I had a nice size decant of what was it, Tobacco Vanille, and I have two decants of and I don't know which one it was. I have the what is it called? It's the blue bottles. It's the Costa Azura, or I forgot what it's called. I would have to look it up, man. But it's one of the new ones, the aquatic ones. I got a compliment with, but I would say Rive de Ombre, because I wear that the most. But I think you can get compliments with Tobacco Vanille. I think you can get compliments with Neroli Portofino. Like there's a ton of Tom Fords you can get compliments with, because he makes some pretty good stuff. Screw YouTube. Edition Blanche is great, man. I don't have that in my collection, but that's one of the Chanels that I still need to get. Hey, if you can start. He says, screw YouTube says, what does anyone think of Edition Blanche, which I already said is great. Great lemon meringue. It has that same, rich, gourmandish, kind of spicy, clean, fresh vibe as the sport version, but just with that lemon meringue vibe to it, kind of give it a little gourmandish touch. But he says, is there such thing as a cologne meetup? Maybe I will start one here in LA. You should, dude. I'll come to it. I was just talking about that on my last Ustream. We need more representation of FragComm on the West Coast, because I see all the East Coast, Canada, New York YouTube reviewers. They're always going to meetups. They're always doing things, and I wish we could do that on the West Coast. And we have VidCon here this year. I don't know if it's here every year, but I just know I've noticed it's here this year. I think in June in Anaheim, which is like an hour and a half. So I want to drive up to VidCon. I think it's June 24th or something like that. I don't know, but you can search that. But VidCon is here in Anaheim this year. I'm going to go there. I want to go in as a creator so I can learn how to increase my subscriptions, increase my views, increase my channel, make it better, things that I can do. You guys got any suggestions of how I can increase my channel, grow my subscriber base, grow my viewers? Let me know. But if you guys are on the West Coast and you want to meet up, let's try to plan a meetup at VidCon this year and make it happen. JM Steve 45 says, what are the top fresh soapy fragrances? Original Vetiver, Tom Ford's Grey Vetiver. What's some other soapy ones? I just smelled some. I think it was the Hermes, that Voyage. That one was extremely soapy. Soapy. Try those three I just said. That's a great start. All those are great soapy fragrances. Smelling Good says, thanks for keeping it real. Most of my collection I blind buy based on your opinion, and I was never disappointed. Man, I appreciate that. Like, I never tell you guys to blind buy, but at least, like I said, if I'm going to come on here, I'm going to be as authentic as possible. So, I mean, after 5 years, if I was giving you guys a whole bunch of BS, like, my channel would have been burned down by now. You guys would be like, man, Coach Rob, it sucks. He tell you the most BS ever. Like, don't buy nothing he recommends. But in 5 years, you know what I'm saying, and counting, no one has ever came back and said that. Everybody is, is like, I've been listening to Coach Rob for years, and he's never, never steered me wrong. So that's what I plan on to continue to do. Your rep is everything, man. Your word is everything. So I live by that. Oh, Jay Croner. See, I get that. And that's what I don't want to feel like. Like, somebody asked me last stream, does this feel like a job? And I'm like, this doesn't feel like a job at all. This is a passion of mine. This is something that I've been doing from childhood, from like elementary school. So I'm just glad that I have other people to share this passion with, and we both have that same, that common thing in fragrances, that I can talk to you guys. Because a lot of my friends, I got friends that they serve different roles in my life. I got my friends who I talk business with, and then I have my friends who I coach with, and then I have you guys who I consider my friends that I could talk fragrances with. Because my friends, they be like, what the hell? Like, really, dude? What? Cologne ain't that serious. What's wrong with you? You see what I'm saying? So I have you guys to talk to and really go back and forth with fragrances. That's what makes it fun, and it's a passion. It's makes it a fun hobby. So I don't want to get into a sponsorship to where now it feels like a job and I'm obligated, because I shoot reviews. Like, I try to put myself on a schedule. Like I said earlier, I try to do every Monday reviews, every Sunday live stream, but it's still, those are the days that work for me. I don't want to have a sponsorship be like, hey, you got to do it every Tuesday at this time, and then you got to do it on Thursday, and then on Sunday, like every third Sunday. Like, I don't want to do nothing like that. So we'll see. But if I do get a sponsorship from anybody, I'll let you know. The closest thing that I did, and you guys would have to let me know how it works. I just recently found out, like, I was watching the other YouTubers, and I see how they have the little Amazon links. I first seen it on Jeremy Fragrance's video, so he was the first one I seen it. So to be honest, that's where I got it from. So I seen it on Jeremy Fragrance's video, and like when he does a view, he has the little Amazon link. So I clicked on it, took me to Amazon, and I'm like, damn, what is this? And then, not knowing that any of us can do that, it's just an affiliate link, and I've been with Amazon for years. So basically, you just fill out something. They like change, like, on your banner. So when you shop and you pick something, it has like something in the right hand corner that says get link. So you just take that link, put it in your description. So basically what happens is, so when I'm doing reviews, because a lot of you guys ask me like, hey, what glasses are you wearing in that review? What watch are you wearing in that review? What so and so are you wearing in the review? Now what I can do, I can go to see if they sell it on Amazon. Put that link in the description for all those that care. And now you can just go to Amazon and buy it. So everything you purchase, so if you just go to Amazon, but you don't purchase the watch, or you don't purchase the fragrance, and you purchase anything else, I'll get some type of kickback. So they'll throw me a couple crumbs, a couple of dollars, based on me sending you to Amazon. So it's more like a referral fee. So I just added that to my collection. I've been doing that since last week. I've been really trying to just add stuff to my channel. So maybe that may generate some income. I don't know. I haven't received a penny from it yet. So if you guys see my reviews and you see the fragrance and you want to know where to buy it, and you see those links and you go to Amazon, and if it's a reasonable price and you purchase it, let me know, because then I can know to go look, or maybe they'll notify me that somebody purchased something off my link. I don't even know how it works yet. So it's just trial and error at this point. So that's something that I added to my channel, hopefully to start giving me some kind of income, so I can, like I said, get more fragrances to review. Carlos Ortega says, Rob, try this discontinued fragrance, Axis Blue. I'll write it down. Axis Blue by Sense of Space. I never heard of that. Sense of Space. Is it an expensive fragrance? I'll look into it. Johnny Wishbud says, I love your videos, bro. I got approximately 140 designer fragrances looking to get into niche fragrances. What would you suggest as a few must-haves? Anybody that's jumping in the niche, I would suggest Bond House. I would suggest Creed. And the reason why I would suggest those two, because they're the quality of your niche that you're expecting with the mass appeal of a designer. So it's the perfect blend of everything I think a entry-level niche head would be looking for. You still want the compliment factor. You still want something you can wear daily. You still want something you can wear around your friends and family. You can wear to work. You can wear anywhere and not smell like a damn skunk. Go with Creed. Go with Bond. And then from there, you'll start verging out to other houses. But I would start there. Look into those. Maybe even Joe Malone house. Joe Malone has some real safe fragrances, and it's like they're accessible, like they're at your Nordstroms, they're at your like Bonds and Creed. You can find at Bloomingdale's, Nordstrom's, Saks. You can find them anywhere, Neiman Marcus. So they're not too hard to find. Once you start getting into Armoire and Xerjoff and all these other houses, it's like you got to find a specialty store that sells them. And even out here in San Diego, as big as the city is, I got to go all the way to LA to find certain fragrances. Mr. Reese, what's up, man? Screw YouTube said he's found a raffle page. Hey, everybody go to that raffle page, man. I'm telling you, go check it out. Go in there and look around. And if you win one raffle, you're going to be hooked. Because you're going to come away with a $300, $400 bottle for like $12. I have an autograph. I won a bottle of By Kilian. I got the coffin, the key. I got an autograph bottle with By Kilian's autograph of Cruel Intentions, and I paid, I think, $13 for the raffle spot, dude. I won it for $13, an autograph bottle of Cruel Intentions, full everything for $13. You'll never find a deal like that anywhere but totally fragrance raffle. Easy John says, I'm a fair man when it comes to fragrances, but I believe some of the reviewers in the fragrance community are at fault for some of the same fragrances being overused. What do you mean by that? Do you mean like the fragrances being over reviewed, or do you mean like they're being overhyped, or they're just misleading the subscribers, or are misleading the viewers that actually watch the reviews of those fragrances? Brendan Woolslayer says, have you ever used 24 cologne? I had a big decan. Did I have a bottle? I had a big decan of 24 gold. Or did I have a bottle? I don't know if I had a bottle, but I don't have it no more. I got rid of it. But 24 gold, that's a great. If you like By Kilian's Tuscan leather, that raspberry note. If you like oud, if you like woody fragrances, and it projects, it's strong. It was headache inducing for me. It just gave me headache, so it was that strong. I had to get rid of it. But 24 gold is good if you're looking for something dark. I wouldn't say complex, but something dark, woody, raspberry kind of vibe, almost Tuscan leather-ish. Looking at 24 gold. My boy Scotty Starchild just sent me 24 gold ice. That's a beast. That's great. Somebody also told me the original 24 gold smells like Montauk wood and spices. I haven't smelled that, but if it does, that's another one looking too. So that whole 24 gold, that little Scent Story house, they make some quality juice for a great price. So definitely, if you like anything I just mentioned, definitely don't be worried about pulling a trigger on that house, because they're good. That 24 ice gold smells like what did I get when I sniffed it? Kind of smells like Bergamot 22, and I want to say light blue Dolce & Gabbana, but like kind of look like a better version. So it's great. It'll be perfect for the summer. Carlos, no, I haven't smelled Claiborne Sport. He says underrated frag out of the 90s. No, I haven't smelled that one. I'll check that out. That might be on my retro list. Claiborne Sport. Yeah, screw YouTube. There's a ton of niche, man. Niche is definitely, if you want to smell different, you want to kind of smell unique around, your friends and family, your coworkers, or whoever. You can grab some niche stuff, and people would never have smelled what you smell like. And that could be in a good way and a bad way. The fragrance critic says romance Ralph Lauren's Romance Silver for Volcanica. I never smelled that, but he said it smells similar to Bleecker Street. I might have to try it out. I do have the original Romance Silver, which is a sleeper. It's definitely a great one. I have an old bottle. I'm up in my closet, like hella dusty. Matter of fact, I might wear that tomorrow. You just gave me an idea. 'Cause I used to get compliments with that, but I haven't worn it in so long. Screw YouTube says he's gonna start up a meetup in LA for Frag Head. So I'm gonna go on Meetup, and that's meetup.com, right? I'm gonna go in there and look for it. So if you guys are in the West Coast or in LA area, we might be doing a meetup. So let's get on that. Marcus Allen, hey Coach Rob, longtime fan, was curious about starting a review. Any advice for a newbie? Also keep up the underrated fragrance category. Very entertaining and informative. Marcus Allen wants advice for a newbie. Basically, people ask me that all the time. With newbies, come out with something new. That would be the number one thing that I would say for newbies. When you come into FragComm, when you come into the fragrance game, do not review Creed Aventus, Blue de Chanel, Tobacco Vanille, don't Wild, La Nuit, De Long, whatever. Don't come in the game reviewing fragrances that we smelt 1,000 times. There's tens of thousands of fragrances out there. Like somebody just said Claiborne Sport, underrated fragrance from the 90s. Somebody just said Axis Blue by Sense of Space. Somebody told me some other fragrances I never heard of. So there's thousands of fragrances that we've never heard of. So if I'm a fan of watching fragrance reviews on YouTube and you and 10 other people are constantly reviewing La Nuit and Blue de Chanel, why would I go look at your video versus this person's video? But if I'm already subscribed to this video and he already did Blue Chanel, why am I going to come to your video? So my advice to you, Marcus Allen, is like you asked me about underrated. Start with underrated fragrances. Start with great cheap fragrances. Start with just fragrances that people don't know about. Things that you wore back in the day that got you compliments, that just you had extreme success with, that people that still don't talk about. See, you have the luxury of sitting back. Nobody knows who you are. You can look at every reviewer. You can look at everything that they've worked. You can look at their whole body of work. You can go back 5 years if they were reviewing that long and see what everybody has done. We don't have that luxury. So you can say, okay, they haven't did this, and that. That should be your first 15, 20 reviews. My second advice to a YouTube reviewer, a new YouTube reviewer, is pace yourself. That's the problem I'm coming in now. And that's why I'm talking sponsorships now. What I mean by pace yourself, if you have 30 videos in your collection, do not come in and do 30 reviews in the first month. Because in month 2, what are you going to review? You just reviewed yourself out of the game. You came and went. And I think that's why a lot of older reviewers, they kind of had a strong little year or two, and then you don't see them no more because they literally review themselves out. They have no more content to produce. And that's what I was talking about earlier, is that these fragrances, when you're in a product reviewing channel, you need products to review. And if they're not sending them to you for free, you got to keep purchasing them. And now you start spending all this money to create the growth of your channel. So you have 30 collections, 30 bottles in your collection, do a review once a week. So at least you can space that out. And then in between, you can buy new bottles and test them. So definitely pace yourself, because you will tap yourself out by doing reviews too much. When I first got in this, when I was doing the fragrance idol contest, I was probably doing 4 reviews a week. Like I was bam, 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 producing all this content. And then you're like, whoa, hold up, I don't got no more bottles to review. But luckily, I had a big collection when I started, because I was always a fragrance collector. So I still haven't reviewed all my bottles. But it's getting to that point to where I have things in my collection that I don't even want to waste your guys' time with that just aren't good fragrances. So I'm not going to review everything I have in my collection. I just want to review things that actually work in the real world. So once I start getting low, now I'm in a point after 5 years that I either have to get somebody to send me bottles, or I'm gonna have to purchase bottle, which is going to slow down my content. So I want to increase my content, not slow it down. So that would be my advice. Bring something new to FragComm. Pace yourself with your reviews. Do not shoot so many reviews to where you pretty much review everything in your collection, and then you have nothing else to review, and now you're stuck trying to buy the next best thing. Hope that helped. Oh, you literally say when I'm gonna do another giveaway. Hey, we're gonna announce that right now. So everybody out there, type in what do you want me to do, because I'm about to announce the winner of my fragrance giveaway. It took me a long time because I had to verify. Everybody had to do the steps. If you just went on there and said, I gave you three things to do. For one, recommend a new subscriber to my channel. Two, tell me what videos you liked. And three, I forgot what three was, but you had to do all three steps. So if you just did step 3, you automatically disqualified yourself. If you just did step 2 and 3, you disqualified. If you only did step 1, so you had to literally do every step. You know what I mean? Everybody didn't do every step. So the winner of the fragrance giveaway, and I'm about to start another one. So you guys tell me what you want to see. I might shoot a video tomorrow and announce another giveaway that I'm going to do, because with the rest of the bottles, I still want to give them away to you guys. Where is this at? So the winner is Damon Webster. Damon Webster, you are the winner of the fragrance giveaway. This is, I don't know if you guys can see that, but this is what he said. Basically, he said he announced a subscriber. He said number 2, the top most. So I guess the videos he liked the most was the top 10 most consistent, complimented. It all started for me with Vince Komodo's Solaire review that I saw in December 2016. I purchased 9 fragrances since December because of your reviews. Solaire, John Varvatos, Artisan, and Vintage, Dolce & Gabbana The One EDP, Creed Vintage, Creed GIT, Silver Owl Rehab, Chanel Platinum, and Blue Day Chanel. He purchases all those because of my, my channel, my reviews. And number 3, he says, I guess number 3 was what fragrance did you guys want to win? He says, whatever fragrance you suggest, if I win, you have not steered me wrong yet. So I don't know what he's going to pick. I don't even know what I'm going to suggest to him. I'm going to tell him right now that you won. Send me your address. And the rest of the bottles, depending on what he picks, we're going to do another giveaway. So what do you guys feel? Bam, just sent it live on there, right there. All right, he's the winner. Now the next giveaway. Let me know what you want us to do. No, I haven't found Aiden Bob. Aiden Bob is a beast. Now I see Aiden Bob doing other fragrances, but the original Aiden Bob, I smell that scent bar. Great scent. I still need to add that to my collection. That's one nobody talks about for whatever reason, but it's great. Damn, I hate that. I'm starting to miss your guys' comments. So if you guys don't see me respond to it, just type it again, because sometimes once so many comments come, it just starts going up, and I can't, for some reason, doesn't let me scroll back to the other comments. We got like 64 people, 65 people up in here, man, right now. So the comments is moving. Christopher, I did a video on Christopher L. the Fragrance Gin. I did a video on that Joe Malone Oud and Bergamot. That's one I suggested for a great entry level oud fragrance, great entry level to niche. It smells similar to a vintage. The way they mix that oud and bergamot, it has a nice light vintage vibe going on. So I think that's a great entry level. Carlos says try out Tommy Hilfiger True Star. Never heard of that one. He said that's a great one, hard to find. Hilfiger True Star. I have a page on Facebook. It's called Rob Reviews. So what I do, I like to I have my Rob Review page. So that's where people send me a lot of private messages on Rob Reviews. People send me like people add pictures, or they send in the days or whatever on Rob Reviews. And I just last week I created my own Gmail, my Coach Rob Gmail account. So if you guys had any questions you want me to answer that I don't answer on these live streams, or I don't answer in my videos, shoot me an email, CoachRob619@gmail. And I'll answer any question. I do respond. I do check it daily. Sometimes it's hard for me to check my raw reviews, so I forget about it. But CoachRob619@gmail, I check that daily and try to respond to people. If you guys have any ideas about sponsorships or anything that can help me with my channel, or just anything you would like me to ask, or any questions you would like me to answer, CoachRob619@gmail. Young Voda. Hey, Fahrenheit Aqua is a great fragrance. I had it a long time ago. I had a sample of that. Never bought a bottle, but you just reminded me that I need to. I like Fahrenheit, aqua Fahrenheit. Six class fashion. Let me jump on that question before because it's about to go all the way to the top and move. Six class fashion. He asked, I have a job interview at the end of the week, shopping for a nice suit, etc. Tomorrow. What frags would you advise me picking up to wear? For an interview, it's kind of hard to say because you want to be real clean, not unoffensive. For a suit, I don't know where you live at, but if you have a Burlington coat factory in your neighborhood or anywhere near your neighborhood, in my opinion, you get the best high quality suits from like Ralph Lauren. I don't know if Nautica makes good suits, but they have Nautica. They have Sean John suits in there. They have a Michael Kors. They got some nice Michael Kors suits in there, and which I would recommend if you need a suit. Cologne for an interview, I would probably go. I would go with Ventus. I go with Ventus with anything, but I would go with Ventus. I would go with Terre de Hermes. I would go with Tom Ford's Great Vetiver. I would go with Creed's Original Vetiver. I would go with Bonds and a Piece. Did I say Green Irish Tweed? But I don't know if I would wear a fragrance. But if you must, those are the fragrances I would go with. But I probably wouldn't even wear a I probably wouldn't wear a fragrance. I just don't know because some people they got allergies and some people just don't like cologne, and you might be working in an environment to where they don't like people wearing cologne, but they can't tell you that because you hired. But now that you ain't hired yet, then they go, oh, I don't even want him because he wear cologne. Like if you smoke cigarettes, I wouldn't want to go into an interview smelling like cigarette smoke. Like, so just make sure you shower up, you wear a nice clean soap, and just go in like that. Mysteries asked me, Coach Rob, what fragrances blow you away? Man, a ton of fragrances blow me away, but I'm a fragrance guy, so um, I like everything I smell for the most part. But things that blew me away when I first, and it's weird because depending on where I'm at in my fragrance journey, like something that probably blew me away 5 years ago doesn't blow me away today because I smelled so many fragrances, and I think that's what happens. Like you get to a point once you smell so much juice, it's hard to find original things. It's hard to find fragrances that blow you away. Because when I first smelled GIT, Green Irish Tweed, that blew me away. But when I smell Shea Bonds, it didn't blow me away, obviously, because to me it smells like GIT. So it just depends the time frame. Because like I said, that was one I remember when I smelled that. I was like, wow. I remember when I first smelled. I think it was Odin. I got an old review. I think it was Odin '02 blew me away. It smelled like the most authentic orange, like a real life orange that I've ever smelled. And I didn't know colognes and fragrances could smell that real. I thought colognes always smelled like, cologne, like a scent. It didn't smell like natural, real, authentic things. So that blew me away back in the day. But now I smell a ton of like real, true to life roses and citruses and sea breeze and all kind of things like that. A lot of stuff don't blow me away, but just going in the memory bank, it was Udin '02, if that was the number. It was Green Irish Tweed. I don't even think Aventus blew me away when I smelt it. It took me time with it. Bleecker Street blew me away. Tonka Imperial Guerlain blew me away. DHI didn't even blow me away. I thought it was way too feminine at first. Like it was a super feminine, but the responses and compliments I got when I wore it, it made me appreciate it a little bit more. Keaton, Ketone, it didn't blow me away, but for what it was, it impressed me because to me, it reminded me, it had that like mossy Green Irish Tweed with the pineapple Creed vintage thing going on. It was a great value for me, but I don't know if it blew me away. What other fragrances blew me away when I first smelled them? I think Pure Malt blew me away when I first smelled it. Zerjov Neo blew me away. Couple out there. I would have to think about it, but off the top of the head, those are the ones that I could think of. But a lot of those I just named probably wouldn't blow me with a day because I smelt so much stuff now. Raymond Solis Jr. says he's gonna send me Gold Rush Man this week. Hey, thanks. I appreciate that. If anybody want to send me something, I do have a P.O. box. I added it to all my reviews. So if you look at any review, I have a P.O. box under the reviews. It's like P.O. Box 600 603 San Diego, California 92160. That is my P.O. box. If you just ever want to send me a sample, you ever want to send me a little bit of something because you want me to smell it and you want my opinion on it, just send me something to that P.O. box. If you got any questions, send it to my email, CoachRob619 at Gmail. He says, sixth class fast. Okay, so your interview is for a regional luxury retail management position in the UK. So high payrolling or paying role. So it's for luxury retail management. So yeah, that might be a job you can wear. I would go with Aventus. Because if it's a luxury retail management position, Aventus is going to get you noticed. Everybody loves the way it smells. And when you tell them what you're wearing and you say Aventus and they go home and type that up and they see that it's $350 retail, I guarantee you they're going to look at you differently. They're going to be like, damn, this dude wearing a fragrance that one I probably never heard of, smelled extremely pleasant, and he paid $350. He must know something that we don't know because I would never pay $350. You know what I mean? It may make you look better. So my pick for you is Aventus. Ignited 911 says he found Thierry Mulet's Pure Coffee at Marshall's. That's a come up, dude, for $50. See, I haven't been in Marshall's. I gotta start looking, man. I'm telling you, when I see people on Instagram, they be posting like they finding some gems up in Marshall's and TJ Maxx. So yeah, I have to look at that. Mike's World asked me, what's your number one go-to panty dropper? Now, I ain't been in a panty dropper league in a long time, man. You know, I got recently engaged but my go-tos back in the day when I was going to the club and I was going to put on something that I knew would work with ladies and that always got me compliments or at least sparked a conversation, it was Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme, the one with the sticker, the original. I guess they call that the Italian version, but the one with the sticker. That was my go-to. Like I'm guaranteed. Like I got like this much of that juice left. I should have bought a backup bottle of that when it got like someone like whoever said it earlier, it got reformulated. So I should have bought a backup bottle. And number two was Armani Code. People don't talk about Armani Code no more. They talk about all the flankers, but Armani Code, Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme, those were my top penny droppers back in the day. Today I don't know what it would be. I would probably go DHI, the original formulation, and Aventus, man. Aventus just made people like, damn. Smelling Good asked me, what's your most complimented bergamot fragrance? I mean, bergamot is in so many fragrances. I don't know. I would say my most complimented citrus freshies, because I don't know off the top of my head bergamot is in it, is Aventus, Silver Mountain Water, Terre d'Hermes, Tom Ford Rive de Ombre, Keaton, Bleecker Street, Bonds and a Piece. Them is like mad, like I mean crazy compliments. So whatever one got bergamot in those, go with those ones. And Versace's Pour Homme, that's another one that gave me crazy compliments. Like Versace's Pour Homme gives me like I've had 5 compliments. Well, I ain't gonna say it like that because I had 5 compliments, but it was a group of people that were like, we were waiting in a restaurant, and one person like, damn, what does that smell? And one person said, I think it's you. Then the other person said, damn, you smell good. So like everybody in the vicinity was like, yes, you smell good. Like what is that? Like we had to buy it, and I was wearing Versace, so I was in like a tight space with some strength. We were all waiting on our tables, and their whole group was like, dude, like you smell like bomb. Like it smelled expensive and blah 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 blah. But it was Versace Pour Homme. So I'm sure that probably has bergamot in it. Scent Snob says, good to see you. By the way, my first time catching you live. Love your Montel reviews. Thanks, man. I'm gonna keep bringing them. I'm really getting into the Montel house, and I want to get into the Mancera house. So I like Montel, man, because their fragrances just work so well on my skin, and I just get great performance and BC projection with those houses. So I want to dive a little bit deeper in those houses. So I'll try to bring you guys some more reviews. Yeah, I can't see the name, but like he said, man, I also told him I wouldn't wear fragrance to a review because you just never know. Interview because you just never know who's interviewing and if they have allergies or if they have a sinus problem or if they just don't. If there's a note in that phrase that they just not, they got to sit through this whole interview and it's like this note is killing me. Let me get this dude out of here so I don't have to deal with that fragrance no more. So my number one advice would be not to wear a fragrance to an interview. But if you're in a luxury fragrance, if you going interviewing a fragrance company or something like that, then go with a vintage. All day long. Waves on swim. What up, man? Yeah. Six class fishing, man. Fashion. Be safe than sorry, because everybody. Some people just have allergies, and some people just have. There's certain notes that make people feel nauseous or give people headaches, or can for me, like I don't like a lot of perfumes because people's perfumes sometimes you got those perfumes that smell like an old lady and it's too floral and it just doesn't work well. They may think it smells wonderful, but when I smell, I'm like, man, this is giving me a headache. Like, let me get away from this person. And you don't want the person interviewing you thinking that. That's the last thing you want them to think is I gotta get this person out of here so I can't take the smell no more. Mike World said, what's your number one panty dropper if you could only pick one and had an amazing date coming up? There's not just one I would pick, man. With me, I research and I analyze. I'm a people's person. Like I said before, like if you're going on a date, I'm assuming you've met this woman. I'm assuming you've talked to this woman. I'm assuming that you kind of know her style. You kind of know what she likes. Is she like a party girl? Is she like a business professional woman? Is she a school teacher type? Is she a sportsman? Like what is she? That's what I would determine my fragrance. So I'm gonna base my fragrance on what I think would be appealing to that specific woman. I'm not just gonna pick one fragrance that I think is gonna work with everybody. It's gonna be, you know what I mean? Because it's different strokes for different folks. Everybody likes something different. So it could be Dolce and Gabbana the one. It could be Versace Arrows. It could be Mont Blanc Legend. It could be Versace Pour Homme. It could be a lot of things, but it's basically determined on that woman's personality. And based on her personality, ethnic background, all kind of stuff, man. I like when I used to date her, I used to be a little player in the street, man. Like I did my research. Like I had all, like, I don't want to get into all that, but you would need to give me more information for me to determine what would be a great panty dropper for that specific female. Hey, Raymond Salas Jr., man, aren't you in, you're the same Raymond that's in Fragrance Idol right now, right? And if you are, let everybody know what your channel is, man. Let everybody know he's a new contestant in Fragrance Idol. Since everybody go to the channel, check him out. And if so, is Fragrance Idol still going on? Who's the other contestants? I haven't really heard Mark talk about it. What's the prize? I don't know. Yeah, what's the prize this year? Like, give us some information about that, man, so some of us can see and we can go check out the new reviewers that's in the contest this year. Oh, that's Jason 2386 Mueller Cologne. That's another good soapy one. For whoever asked me the soapy question, I forgot. I got Mueller Cologne. Mueller Cologne, what smells like a razor vetiver, but if you have that, that's another great soapy. Julius Timms, what's up? You just got in? Yeah, I just got in not too late myself. I was at the sports bar with my boys talking about coaching, talking about football. So I got on late tonight. Smelling Good says, other than Aventus, Bleecker Street, and Reflection Man, what are your most complimented niche fragrances? It'll probably be something that I wear often. I mean, recently it's Montel Wood and Spices, because that's probably one of the most most. I probably wear it the most right now. But overall, outside of those, it's the creeds, dude. You can't go wrong with the creeds and the bonds. It's Erofa gave me compliments. Silver Mountain Water, I think, is my most complimented fragrance outside of Aventus. Silver Mountain Water, Creed Erofa, Creed Original Santal, Bond Number 9 Centerpiece, Byredo's Bold Air Freak got me crazy compliments. Frappin 1270 got me compliments. Frappin Luminise was neither one of those last long, but they got me compliments. What else was like a real complimented niche that I have? I think those are the top ones I just named. Because now I'm digging in the memory for everything else. So those off the top compliments like crazy from niche fragrances. Let me see what thoughts on Aqua Universalis. Everybody keep asking me about that Aqua Universalis Forte. Are people reviewing that a lot lately now? Ignited 911. I have Aqua Universalis, and it's a nice. That's another soapy one. It's a nice, clean, soapy citrus. Nothing real basic, nothing extravagant. Forte, I think, is the one that's pretty much similar, but with a little rose note added to it, which is also good. Maybe a little bit too feminine for some though, so definitely try that out. You might think it smells more, unisex, but more on the female side. Julius Timms, he asked me, have I tried I Love New York for Fathers? That is one of the best, in my opinion, one of the best smelling bonds, dude. I talked about it in a review years ago, but I still haven't. He said it's for $60. I'm about to buy that because when I was looking for it, I had seen it on Fragrance Net for $80, and then when I went to buy it, it said it was one left and it was sold out. So I don't know what happened. They wouldn't I had to get my money back or whatever because they said they didn't have it. And then I just never looked for it because I kept seeing it for 150, 160, 130, and I wasn't gonna pay that. But he's saying it's $60. I might have to pick that up, dude, because that's a sleeper. That's one of the most underrated bond fragrances. Is the I Love New York for Fathers. My fiance said she loved that one too. You remember how that smells? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one.
It's like a sweet, right?
Yeah, it's like a sweet kind of melon aquatic kind of. Yeah,
a lot of those ones are fresh ones.
Yes, yeah, it smells good. Mr. Jason says Versace Pour is a 100% when I wear it. It's literally underrated. I'm telling you, Versace Pour On is the business. Like my girlfriend, my fiance, when I used to wear that, like I didn't even have a bottle of it. I had an aftershave. I was done with the bottle. I had the bottle no more. So I have the aftershave. So like I would go to her house. You know how when you're a player, you got your little travel bag, you got your toothbrush, you got your little shaving supplies in there, your soaps and all that. Your little, what's that thing called? A falafel? What's that thing we use with the body wash?
Yeah.
What's that called?
It's like a body scrub, right?
I don't know, but you know the body scrub that you use. So I have all my stuff in my bag. So if I would shave over there, I'll put on my Versace aftershave. And every day I get into bed, she was like, "What is that?" I'd be like, "Versace." So every time she smells something good, it don't matter what it is. It could be Creed, Bond, I don't matter. Is that Versace? You wearing that Versace? She think everything that smells good is Versace. So it's like an inside joke. So anytime she asks me something smells like, anything I'm smelling, anytime I got something good on, and she asks me that Versace, I know she like it. That's like the code word. Like, nah, it's not Versace, but that means you like it. So yeah, Versace Pour On is the business. Raymond said, what? 30 Mugler at Marshall's, mind blown. Dude, you'll be surprised what you find at Marshall's, because sometimes they'll have like discontinued stuff because they don't know, like we know the value of it. Sometimes we don't even know the value of it, but some of us in the fragrance community, we know the value of it because we know when things is discontinued. We know the real price of it, but sometimes the people in those stores, they have no clue. They putting stuff on like on clearance for $30 that online is like $150. You know what I mean? So you can definitely find some things. You just gotta frequent them regularly and see what they have. Krishna says, how do you find out a perfume change with the time in the bottle? Time number? I don't know what you mean. Do you mean like, how do you tell if a fragrance is reformulated, or how do you tell if a fragrance is expired? I just need you to clarify a little bit. Since Snob says it's, I don't care what Theory Mugler is in those stores. I'll get all of them because those are good fragrances. If they're in Marshalls and Ross, definitely a purchase. I never got pure coffee. I never smelled it because I didn't like coffee. I don't really think that as like a, I don't know. I just don't think coffee is something I want to smell like. But it depends on how it is. It might be good because I like that Rockaway Revolution that has a coffee note that smells real good. John Thomas asked me, Rob, in your opinion, do you feel Dior Sauvage smells a lot like Dakar Noir in the dry down? I don't think so. But I haven't smelled that Dakar in like years. So I couldn't tell you what that smells like today. I would have to do a side-by-side test to really give you a accurate answer. Waves on swim. You and me probably the only two in here that know what that is. He says he got his hair cut down to a 1.5 yesterday. So how the waves looking right now? I mean, I pretty much I go always to a 2. So right now I'm at a 2. Maybe a little bit higher, but I usually go to a 2. But I went to a different barbershop, so I don't let them cut my hair to a 1.5 because they always like cut all my waves out. And they like right now I don't know if y'all can see, but I got a cut right here. I got a scratch right here. They take my hairline back. I got a scratch on my neck, man. They cut me going, man. I hate going to new barbers because for some reason they always cut my skin all up. Ignited said he's checking Marshalls weekly now. Do it, dude. Like when I first got into the frag game, you could ask my fiance. And anytime I pass a Ross, Marshalls, or TJ Maxx, especially if I'm in a new neighborhood, like 45 minutes away from my house, or like just anywhere, and I see a Ross, I had to pull over and go in there and look and see what they got because you'll find some gems, and especially in different neighborhoods, in Ross and Marshalls and TJ Maxx. Raymond says it's been a wild ride doing this contest, man. So is the Fragrance Idol over, Raymond? Is it still going on? Was a winner selected? Let me know, and if so, what did they win, or what do they win if you win? Yeah, loofah. Is that what it's called? Loofah?
Loofah, yeah.
Yeah, I think the word you look for. Hey, Keith Montgomery, you're right. It's a loofah. That's what I was looking for. So I had my loofah and all my little, toiletries up in there. And I had my little Versace aftershave up in there. She loved it. So to that person that asked that question, Versace pour on could be a panty dropper too. If she loves it that much, because I'm just saying, because she loved it. So I don't know if she dropped her panties, but she loved it. So I'm just saying, it don't really matter. It just depends on what that woman particularly likes. Hey, can you pour me some? Because I'm thirsty. So you gotta do your research on the woman and ask her, like, what's your favorite fragrances, or what's your fragrances from the past that you like? You know what I mean? And then you'll have an idea of what to wear around her. Damn, he got the watch. You got the Nixon Black Snake. Okay, I didn't even think about looking for watches there, so that's a good price. The diet, Dr. Pepper. 32 Rojo says, have you tried Copper Square by Bond Number 9? People say it smells like Calvin. No, I haven't. I haven't tried that one. Speaking of that, I'm gonna tell you guys what everything I smelled this week at Bloomingdale's. I was in there, man. Ladies was like, she came to me at least 6 times. Are you good? Are you good? Are you good? I'm like, yeah, let me smell. Let me do my thing. I know what I'm doing. I'll let you know when I find what I like. So this is what I smell. So everybody suggested. Oh damn, the phone ringing. Everybody suggested some stuff to smell. I went looking for Amber and Crombie. Amber, Comey, and Fitz Instinct. I couldn't find Instinct, or I don't think they had, or maybe I forgot. I don't know. But I didn't smell Instinct. So the first one I smelled was Polo Red Extreme. And my notes I took, it was fresh, it's sweet, and it smelled good. So that Polo Red Extreme, I'm looking to get another either get an sample of it or buy me a little decant, might buy me a bottle. Then I smelled the DHI 2017 version. I think it was a 2017 version. I'm not for sure. It was the only one, the new bottle they had on display. And to me, it smelled just like 2012. So I just sprayed it on the paper. I didn't spray it on my skin. I didn't, let it develop. But on paper, it smelled very similar to 2012. Somebody told me to smell Lacoste Yellow. I didn't see that one there. Somebody told me to smell the Bond Number 9's B9. It's like a purplish bottle with a B9 on it, which to me I didn't like at all. What did I write? I wrote, I said it smells feminine. It smells like an eggplant and vegetables. So it was like this feminine, like vetiver, like earthy, like a garden. It smelled like a garden of eggplants, which I'm good on. So I didn't like. But this is all on paper strips, so I didn't put this stuff on my skin. I didn't really smell development, so I'm basically talking about just openings of fragrances. I smelled Prada Milano, which was kind of fresh, clean, like a fresh powdery scent, which didn't really do nothing for me, didn't blow me away. Then I smelled the John Paul Gaultier Lit Essence, which that's the only sample they have. And what's up with stores not having samples no more, dude? I'm in there smelling all this shit. You guys got hundreds of bottles and don't have no samples of nothing. And that's the problem, man, with these people, with these sales reps and even these houses. It's like these women or men that work, and most of the time work in these stores, don't know anything about fragrances. They don't know anything about notes. They don't know about open mids, dry downs. They don't know about development. They don't know about transition. They don't know about anything. They're just salespeople that just selling you a bottle. And they don't realize, like, people like us that are into fragrances, for the most part, I'm not spending all this money on something that only lasts on my skin 2 hours. So you need to give me some samples and give me a business card so I can come back and go to you after I done test these fragrances out. But they don't do that. But anyway, so that was the only fragrance in the store out of like 50 bottles I smelled that they had a sample of. I smelled 1 million, the Privé, which smelled good. It smelled a little different than 1 million. The one I smelled, it didn't seem like it was as strong as 1 million, but it still smelled good. Nice scent. What else did I smell? I smelled Mr. Burberry, which I thought was fresh, clean, like a little subtle spicy, like a great office scent. Nothing that blew me away. But the one that I really liked, so I put check marks to ones that I liked. The first check mark was Jean Paul's Gaultier Ultramel or whatever, however you pronounce it. That was bomb. Like, that would be my today clubbing scent. And that could be a panty dropper scent. So the guy that asked me about that panty dropper question, look into Jean Paul Gaultier's Ultramel, because it smelled real good. And I could see myself wearing that at a club, after the club. And I could see a woman appreciating the way that smelled on her bed sheets the next day. So that would be one that I would definitely test out. But number one, find out what that woman likes, because everybody is different. Don't think there's one panty dropper or there's one fragrance that works for everybody. Women are very, very picky and they like, you know what I mean? They know what they like. So you can't just wear anything. The second fragrance I was really impressed by was Norisco's Rodriguez Blue Noir, Blue Noir, which reminded me instantly of Terre d'Hermès. But if I smelled Terre d'Hermès and this at the same time, I would have bought this way before I bought Terre d'Hermès, because it doesn't have that pungent, dirty vetiver opening like Terre d'Hermès does, like that dirty citrus, kind of spoiled citrus opening that Terre d'Hermès. This is clean, vetiver, rich, luxurious, like upscale business professional. So you guys look into that Narcisco Rodriguez Blue Noir. I really like that one, man. It smells real masculine and clean. Then I went into the House of Sillage. Now, the House of Sillage, they got some nice fragrances, but the price tags are ridiculous. I think it was like $2.95 for each one. I smelled the N001, which I said was like a boozy, woody kind of fragrance. Kind of smelled like a almost like a Jubilation 25 kind of vibe going on. Real upscale smell. Then I went into the 002, which was a nice citrus that I really liked. The 003 was just your kind of basic aquatic, nothing mind-blowing. I smelled better by the Bulgari line, but it was a nice, clean aquatic. Then the one that I actually let them spray on my skin that I was impressed by the most was, I guess it was pronounced Malin and Goris, the dark rum. So that Malin and Goris dark rum, like I let her spray that all over my arm, and that one is what I had on throughout the day on my right arm. I really, really enjoyed that dark rum. I think out of all the ones I smelled, that's the one I may go by and actually purchase. So Malin Goerz, Malin Goerz, however you pronounce that dark rum. That's the one I like the most that I smelled. And then I smelled the Cartier's Pasha Sport. Nice fresh citrus, man. Like the bottle was ugly, so looking at the bottle, I probably wouldn't have picked it up, but something told me to test it, and that was a nice, clean citrus frag. And then they had some cool bottle. The coolest bottle awards goes to the Robert Graham House. So I smelled the Robert Graham fragrances just because the bottles look so cool. They had a one called Courage, which was a real fresh, clean, masculine, nothing groundbreaking, but real nice, real great quality. And then they had another one called Fortitude, which was also another like woody, spicy, kind of boozy, Jubilation 25 upscale kind of vibe. So those were the two ones I liked the best from that house. And then last but not least, I smelled Bulgari's Atlantic, which was another great aquatic, real sweet aquatic, which I like pretty much all Bulgari's aquatic. As you guys know, I like the marine version. I like the Amara version, and now I like the Atlantic version. Excuse me, all great virgins from the house. So that's everything I smelled this week. Out of all those, I might pick up that Bulgari Atlantic, because I'm sure I can find that cheap on an online retailer. And then I'm going to look into that dark rum fragrance, because I don't know nobody that wearing that. And that just smelled good. That was something different, something soft, something that I definitely feel will work in the spring and summer. Mr. Oz said House of Silas number 1 and 2 are worth it then. I would say so, dude. Like they smell real good, man. You could tell instantly that it's quality. I don't know how it performs, 'cause like I said, I'm smelling this stuff on a little paper strip. I didn't even put it on my skin, so I don't know if it projects. I don't know if they last. I don't know too much about them, but based off my initial impressions of them, I like the way they smelled. I didn't see them. They didn't have the one called Dignified. They had one called. No, they did have Dignified, and I don't think I liked that one. That was the one. 'Cause I think that was the one in the black bottle, and I don't think I like Dignified. But and the reason why I say that is because Dignified smelled like it had a lot going on, and I think though that was the one that you had to put on your skin and let develop. So if I had to get a tester, the other one seemed kind of straightforward to the point. Dignified needed some more time with. So I'm not gonna say I didn't like it. I'm gonna say that's the one that you definitely can't blind buy. Get you a nice size sample, buy a decant, and really spend some time. Cause that one smelled complex. Like that was gonna hit you with some other things more than just citrus, aquatic. You know what I'm saying? Like woody notes. Like that one, I think they might have put a little bit of work into. Mr. Luminarius, he says Gucci guilty absolute. What about it? I don't like it. So if that's what you're asking, that Gucci absolute is not my cup of tea. No, I haven't tried Bond number 9 Dubai. I haven't tried. I'm not gonna say I tried. I smelled some of them, but not enough to remember which one I like. I think it was a blue or red one. I know they have like blue, red, and green. But I don't know the names of them. But I think it was the blue. I don't remember. I smelled them, but not enough to tell you which ones I liked, or I don't even remember what the names were. Oh, Remy, you saying Ultramall smells? Yeah, I'm telling you, like when I smelled Ultramall, I was impressed. I'm like, man, this is a winner right here. But I might have to pick me up a bottle of that Ultramall. But I want to pick up a bottle of this because this bottle is so damn sick. Look at that, man. That's the bottle I want on you. That's what you want on your shelf. That's what you want in your collection. When the ladies come over your house, you want them to see bottles that look like this. Those sexy bottles. But it smells just like Spice Bomb, so probably won't own that one. And like I said, that's why I need sponsorship. You need to send me a bottle of that so I can review it. But I'm not going to buy it because it smells like Spice Bomb. So I'll never have that review on my channel because I don't want to purchase something that I'm just going to tell you smell like Spice Bomb. And I already have Spice Bomb. No, I haven't. It said whiskey is fire is very similar to DHI with a hint of that new Nasamato frag. Oh damn, nah. Where do they at Julius Tim's, where do they sell those fragrances or that fragrance house at? Silver TTZX, he says he just joined. What's your favorite Omni Wash? Reflection Man by far, followed by Jubilation 25, followed by a tie, Epic Man, and Memoir Man. But I haven't got into that library. People tell me that Opus, I want to say 6 or 7. Is it 6 or is it 4? One of them smells real good, but I haven't smelled any of the library collection. So I need to check that out. Yeah, since now, like, yeah, you can go back in the day, you can go to Macy's, you can go to any of these stores, and every single fragrance that they had a sample, and they were literally passing them out. Like, kind of like when you go to the mall and you got, what is it? I was about to say Wiener Schnitzel, but you got that pretzel place or like a Chinese restaurant, they're giving you out teriyaki chicken and giving you out little cinnamon bites. That's how the fragrance stores used to be back in the day. They just handing out samples. Like, you couldn't, like, I don't want no more samples. Like, you walking through the mall, they just give them to you. Now you got to beg for a sample. You're like, dude, can't, like, spending all this money, can I get a sample? It's weird now. Like, they think just because they have a tester, that's good enough. But if you want to sample 10 things, you can't spray 10 different fragrances all over. You need something to go home with to wear following days. So they got to get back to the giving out fragrance samples. Asks, do you think Tom Ford Grey Vetiver and Chanel Platinum Eagle Edge share a similar vibe? No, I don't. Not at all. Chanel Platinum is total. I get a totally different vibe. I get a more of a sexy, clean, masculine vibe, like kind of woody. Grey Vetiver is like a real pungent, not pungent, but it goes in a totally different direction. So I don't get it. I don't get the same vibe at all. Grey Vetiver is just more of a cleaner. Grey Vetiver is more clean vetiver, and Platinum is more of a like a sexy, fresh woody. So you got clean vetiver, fresh woody, but they're like two opposites to me, at least on my skin. Dr. George said yesterday I bought Vivardo's Classic, which I like that one. Vintage is good, which I have. That's a great lady killer. People sleep on Varvados Vintage. Creed Virgin Island Water. For some reason, Creed Virgin Island Water don't work well on my skin. I'm Waff Reflection Man, which is great. Perry Ellis Tobacco Oud and Vanilla. Is that the one in the black and gold bottle? They had that at a duty free here. I meant to smell that one, but I didn't. But the bottle looked kind of nice. But let me know, is it like black and gold? If so, I may need to go down to the duty free down by Mexico and check that one out again. Ever heard of the Man-Made House Sweet Tobacco Spirits? No, I haven't. The new Nasamato. Is it called Odo? I haven't smelled any new Nasamatos, man. Like I said, those are like, when you get into niche, it's hard, depending on what city you live in, it's hard to find fragrances like those houses, depending on where you live. Okay, so the house is in all over Sephora's in Cali. Okay, I'll check that out then. Oh, you know what? I went to go buy Sky 3 Star. I went to go buy that Zara, the warm addictive or whatever it's called. That's what I went to look for the mall. So I was like, I'm gonna go buy that, and then I'm gonna look for the just smell everything else that people ask me. They were sold out, so I don't know where I'm gonna get it from, but it's sold out. But yeah, a lot of their fragrances smell pretty good. I mean, I was smelling other stuff, but nothing blew me away. But a lot of stuff did smell good. Anyone try Aqua Universalis Forte? Yes, I've tried it. It's a great clean citrus kind of. I think that's the one with the because I have Aqua Universalis clean floral. That one I think has rose and it's kind of feminine. So if you don't like unisex fragrances that's kind of bordering on the feminine side, you may not like that. Get a decant, get a tester. Cubs asked me, "Are you going to check out the Dolce & Gabbana light blue?" Yeah, that was the intense one you were saying, right? The perfume. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check that one out. May, he says, does Chanel L'Homme Sport Edition Blancs wear like Chanel L'Homme Sport? I would say so, dude. They both have that real thick, kind of creamy gourmandish thing going on, so it could be heavy and cloying. I can see what you're saying. Yes, they both share that. The Zorro Wanted, that was at the duty free here. I haven't smelt it. If that's the one that looks like the revolver, like the little gun chamber thing, I haven't smelt it, but I have seen it. Ignited 911 says, bro, I hate Aquaforte. Smell like baby diapers. Damn. See what I'm saying? Different strokes for different folks, man. Everybody ain't the same. That's funny. He said baby diapers. I'm trying to think what else. So what's going on in FragComm, guys? What's new, man? Any drama going on? Anybody beefing with anybody? I got some questions here I wrote down, just making sure that I answered everything that you guys asked me, my last ones. Hey, somebody asked me how I feel about the zoologist house. Have you guys smelled anything from the zoologist house? I'm curious. I need to buy their little sample pack to where you can like sample the whole house. But that's the next house. That house, and I think it's what they call like the House of Matriarch. Those are the two next houses that I'm interested in trying now. Oh, somebody asked me a question. What are some things that irk you about FragComm? And I'm like, damn, that's an interesting question. What is things that actually irk me about FragComm? And I was like, the one thing I could think of is that I hate when people assume, and like this is reviewers, assume that they know the notes that are in the fragrance because they went on Fragrantica and read the notes as if like that's it. Like I went on Fragrantica and it said it was these notes. And if I say like, I smell lime in this fragrance and people be like, it ain't no lime in that. It didn't say that on Fragrantica. It can't be lime. Like that was irking me for some reason. I don't know why that bothers me, but I hate when I see that for some reason. Like, it's like, dude, just because it ain't on Fragrantica don't mean it ain't, legit. Like I remember when I was in LA and I went to the Le Labo store. And in the Le Labo store, they have, and if you're familiar with anything about the store, but if you're familiar with Le Labo, every Le Labo fragrance has the name of the fragrance and it has a number, right? So it'll be like Santal 33, it'll be Bergamot 22, it'll be Rose 31, right? And if all of you guys, let's see, if all of you guys right now go to Fragrantica and type in Rose 31, and let's see how many notes it says is in Rose 31 by Le Labo. Let me know what you guys come up with. Rose 31 by Le Labo. Let's count how many fragrances or how many notes that Fragrantica says is in that fragrance. Anybody got that number? Favorite fragrance is Job 7 Neo. Didn't feel that one. So I'm looking at it right now. So I'm on Fragrantica, right? And it says Rose 31 has Rose. That's one. Come on, get out the way. It has Caraway. That's 2. Vetiver. That's 3. Rose again. So we still at 3. It has Cedar, that's 4. Musk, that's 5. Gaiac Wood, that's 6. Oud, Ali Bantam, whatever, that's 7. Labdanum, that's 8. And more Argor Wood. So, that's 9. So it says it has 9 notes, right? So if I'm doing a review on Fragrantica. I mean, I'm doing a review on YouTube talking about Le Labo Rose 31. It has 9 notes. The notes is blah 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 blah. I read them off of Fragrantica, right? Then somebody in the comments says, "Hey, I think this note is in it too, so that would make it 10 notes." And then that ain't true. It ain't on Fragrantica. It says it's only 9 notes. What you talking about? It's not listed on the bottle. It's not listed in the ingredients. So now that person that said it has 10 ingredients is just crazy. He's all wrong because he says he smells a note that isn't listed on Fragrantica, and Fragrantica lists 9 notes. I just counted them out. I just looked at them. So when I was in a Le Labo store, you have the little like chemists, basically the employees that work there. They have their little, the little perfumer. They're like a chemist, and they mix in the fragrances, and they're telling you about the house, the history, how they mix fragrances, the oils they use, and they told me what that 31 means. Does anybody know what the numbers mean on the Le Labo house? Now, this is straight from the mouth of a person that works in Le Labo and mixes the fragrances. Anybody in the room right now know what that means? So Rose 31, what is the 31 in Rose 31? I'll let you know. The 31 in Rose 31 is how many notes are in the fragrance. Bam, Mr. O's got it. Yep, number of ingredients. Got it. That's what it is, dude. So this is straight from Le Labo, people that work there. So every fragrance from Le Labo, that number is the number, amount of ingredients, amount of notes that are in that bottle. So when I go on Fragrantica and I see 9, where's the other notes at? You see what I'm saying? So you don't know what the hell is in these bottles. So if I come on this damn review and I say I smell 31 notes and people looking at you like you crazy because it ain't on Fragrantica, that's the kind of stuff that irks me. So now we all know Le Labo, that number's for how many notes, and I ain't never seen a breakdown perfume pyramid on Fragrantica that has 31 notes long, or 33, or 45, or whatever the Labo house has. So that's the one thing that irks me about FragComm and reviews. But other than that, I'm cool with everything else. So that's all the questions that I've been asked. Let me see what y'all saying. Dr. George says, "Hey Rob, do you know Jill Sander background?" No, that's one of my favorite discounted fragrances ever. I seen a lot of. I was looking some. I think I was on Notina the other day, and they have a ton of Jill Sander fragrances, and I never smelled any, so I was wondering about that. So, is background is the title of the fragrance? If so, I'm gonna go on Notina and see if they have it, because I was looking there just the other day, and they had a ton of Jill Sander fragrances. Yeah, Mr. Oz, correct. Yeah, that's what it is, man. So that's the one thing that irks me. Oh man, I'm missing. What you guys saying in here? Beef with the Frag Bros will be forever lasting. What else is going on? I gotta scroll all the way up now. I missed it. After the baby diaper comments. Yeah, I heard that new Nasamato. I don't know how you pronounce that, but I heard that's good. So I gotta look into that. So Chronic C, I never smelt that fragrance. What house is that from? Or is that the house that you typed? What's your favorite Tom Ford scent? Smelling good. I don't know what my favorite one is, but what I really do like Arabian Wood from Tom Ford that nobody talks about. I like Rive de Ombre. I like Tobacco Vanille. I like pretty much all the aquatics. The Azure Lime, Neroli Portofino. I like all those from his house. I think he has one named Lavender Palm. I think I used to like that one too, but I haven't smelled that one in years. Ignited 911 said there's beef with the Frag Bros. Will be forever. Are you saying there's beef with the two Frag Bros, or Frag Bros is beefing with somebody else in the community? Cause I didn't hear nothing like that. Yeah, I kind of feel bad for Daver at this point. He got hit pretty hard from Germany fallout. What a mess. The hell. So yeah, I'm lost. I haven't kept up with the beef or drama. So Daver from Frag Bros fell out with Jeremy over what? What happened? And then somebody says Daver deserves it though. So I'm lost. I don't know what happened between Daver and Jeremy Fragrance. You guys will have to inform me on that one. I didn't even know there was anything going on between those two. He says, "What's my favorite fragrance of Zerjov except Neo?" I would probably say Udin. I think Udin would be my next one. And there's one good one. It's from the what's that line called? I think it's the one that has more than words. What's the name of that line? But anyone, it's one called like Commandante or Commando, like Commandante, I think it's called. But it's a nice tobacco, like sweet, like it's a great fragrance. But it's either that one, but I can't remember what it's called, or Udin would be my probably next favorite ones from the house. I haven't smelled a lot of Zerjov though, so there's probably other people that smelled a ton of Zerjovs, but the one from that, what's the name of that line? I don't know why I can't never think of names of line while I'm on live, but it's called Commandante or something like that, and Udin would be probably my next favorite ones outside of Neo. Nah, I never like I told you guys before. I don't really watch fragrance reviews, not because I have any problems with anybody in the community. It's just that I just don't watch it because for one, I don't really have the time to, and two, I don't like to watch reviewers because sometimes it skews my opinions when I'm reviewing. So I like to do my reviews first before I watch anybody's review. 'Cause I just don't want to say the same thing. I don't want to like have them put that in my head and I'm saying exactly what they said. So I like to give all my reviews 100% for me. Then I may watch reviews from people to see what they're saying after I do mine. But I never seen a video where Daver accused Jeremy of having a relationship with YSL. So I didn't see a response video from Jeremy. So I don't know. Daver called Jeremy out a couple cringeworthy videos for taking money to promote frags. The major beef. Join the club line. Thank you. That's what it was. Join the club line. So it's like Commandante or something like that from the Join the Club line. I really liked. I like Udin. I think that's the Shooting Stars one line. What other Zerjov I smelled that I really liked? I think I liked More Than Words too, or was it Ivory Route? I think it was called like Ivory Route or something like that. I might have liked, but I know for sure it's that Commandante one. So look into that one, and that in Udin. Yeah, there you go, Mr. The one what Mr. Mr. Oz type. That's the one I liked. I got a little sample of that. That smells good. And you know what? I got my sample from LuckyScent.com. I don't know. Hey, you guys check LuckyScent.com, man. Every now and then, like every month, or just check it frequently because they always have a nice sample pack. And when that Join the Club line came out for like $20, they had like, or maybe cheaper than that, they had samples of the whole line. So that's how I got to smell it, and I think I still have it. So I got to smell the whole line through Lucky Scent's little sample pack. So, he said Jeremy countered with a video swearing on his face. What you mean swearing on his face? Like that he don't get cut on his face or something? that he did not have a relationship with YSL and proved it by pointing out videos where he slammed YSL at least once. Oh, okay. Jesse asks, how big is your collection right now? I would say, I think I'm at like maybe 150. I gave a lot of stuff away. A lot of stuff I don't wear. A lot of stuff. I may be plus or minus 150 because I gave a lot of stuff to my fiance's son. Because he's in school, so he killing the game with all my old stuff I don't wear no more. Then I have stuff in boxes that I still like, but it's just taking up too much room in my room. And then I have probably about 50 or 60 that I have on shelves right next to my bed. So yeah, I would probably say about 150 and counting because I'm always buying new stuff, buying stuff. So, but right as of today, I think I'm at 150. Cologne asked me what's my rotation right now. My rotation right now, it's pretty much been strong with the same ones, man. It's been well, no, I can't. Matter of fact, I kind of changed up today, but really, my go-to that I'm grabbing a lot right now is Terre Hermes, Centerpiece for him, Versace Port On. What else am I wearing a lot that I'm always grabbing? Carvin, Lou Intense. I'm wearing that a lot right now because it's real warm right now, so I'm grabbing my freshies. At night, I'm wearing my Frappin 1270. Dude, what did I wear the other day? Do I still have that right here? Because the other day, yeah, dude, I showed you guys this homebrew 101 by another guy on Facebook. He's in the Totally Fragrance Raffle page by the name of Narada James, and you probably seen him all over the groups. But he sells his homebrew 101, and basically what this is like a fragrance enhancer, helps with the longevity, and helps with the projection. And I was testing it out with Luministe. And if any of you guys know Frappin Luministe, it does not last. It smells great, but it doesn't project the best, and it doesn't last. And I swear, I put this homebrew, what is this? This homebrew 01 in Luministe. It lasted probably about 3 hours longer, but it wasn't the longevity. That was the big thing. It was the projection. So I don't know if the longevity lasted too much with this, but what this does do, this is a performance enhancer. It was in my nose all day, like for like 4 or 5 hours long. This in Luministe is a combo. Like it was projecting like a beast. So I don't know how much it extended the longevity, but it definitely extended the projection. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try that with probably Frappin. What did I say I'm gonna wear tomorrow? I'm gonna wear Romance tomorrow. I think Romance may last, but I'm gonna try that with Frappin 1270 at night and see if that extends the longevity. If so, you guys gonna start seeing me shooting videos and letting you know about this homebrew 01 because I like to test up before I tell you to go get it. But I think that homebrew homebrew 1 may be a winner right now. No, Spice Bomb. Spice Bomb. I don't know. I'll let you guys know next live stream which version of Spice Bomb I got. But the Spice Bomb I got is probably the most beastly projection fragrance I have in my collection. And I bought mine years ago, so I'm sure I got the original formulation. So I don't got the reformulated version, and it's like ridiculous. Spice Bomb is a Spice Bomb. It's a bomb on my skin. It's too much. It lasts forever. Now, I haven't smelled perfumes that Marley Pegasus. He said he heard it smells like a metallic almond. Damn, how does that smell? I haven't smelled that one. That's crazy, a metallic almond. God, screw YouTube. The one is called Background. Okay, so it is called Background by Jill Sander. I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna look into that. Background by Jill Sander. Hey, you guys never or I didn't see him. You guys didn't tell me what how should I do my next giveaway? I got like 3 more bottles I want to give away to you guys out there. What should I do for my next giveaway? Then I'll probably shoot that video this week and start whatever contest that you guys say I should do. Background. Hey, what's the best things you guys smelled recently? Whether it's new or old, what's the newest fragrances in your collection or newest samples that you guys got that you just feel is just some of the most underrated or just the best juice that you have right now? Yeah, Demorio. That San John 3 AM is pretty good, man. I was surprised. That's definitely something that, I can see a young dude pulling off right now, but it does smell good. It has a real good scent. Yeah, I did. Ignited 911 asked me, have you ever thought about letting people sell split on your Facebook page? And the answer to that is yes. I've told people, I say, man, put all your splits up here. But for some reason, people don't. I'm like, put your splits, put up your decants, whatever you're selling, bottles, used bottles, partials, put it on my page. Because people ask me about where can I get a decant of Aventus? Where can I get this? Where can I get a split? Where can I get a sample? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And if it was on my page, you could just go there. I could just direct them right to my page and say, hey, it's there on my page. Go pick you up some juice. Yeah, Rockaware Evolution. Great cheap scent. Great coffee kind of scent. Oh, so you sent a Zero? That I gotta go check that one out then, man. Because when I seen it, they didn't have a tester. I seen the box, but they didn't have a tester for it. So he said a Zero once it's wanted something best. Older than 06. I think I got older than 06. I got 04. Man, I don't remember what juice I have no more. Cause I'll be swapping stuff, getting new stuff. Is that Prada L'Homme? Is that Milano? Is that Milano one? It's kind of like fresh and powdery. I need to start rocking my older than 06. I think I have 4 and 6, or I think I swapped 4. Did I swap 6? I think I swapped 4 for that one I was telling you guys earlier, that Lubin Akkad. I think I swapped 4, but so I think I do still have 6. I'm gonna wear that this week too. Steven said that Montel Wood and Spices, man, that's the truth. Oh, that zoologist? Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that house, man. Raymond says Paris Hilton Gold Rush for man is working for him right now, huh? Sean King is a good recent purchase for me. So that Dylon Blue by Versace, First Instinct, Polo Red Intense, Jimmy Choo, man. Okay, they all working good. All great prices on. Okay, look into that. Yeah, try Wood and Spices, man. That's a good one. And I got that on a swap, so that was kind of like a blind swap, and I was pleasantly surprised. That Trez knew it. Yeah, how is that one? Is it a freshy, citrus, kind of complex, dark fragrance? What is that one? Gourmand? Lacoste Blanc. Hey, that Lacoste Blanc is the true. People sleep on that Lacoste Blanc. The Lacoste with the white bottle, right? My boy wears that, and it's strong. It's a nice, strong fragrance. Scent Snob says zoologist is a bit out there. Raymond says the females come running to him like the ass commercial with that oh man. You said you sent me some of that, right? You sent me a sample of that. I'm gonna try that as soon as it comes to my P.O. box. Tino Flow or Tino F Low. Tino F Low. What's the first designer cologne you reach for on an extreme hot day? What designer would I reach for on an extreme hot day? What's on my shelf right now? Bulgari Aquamarine. That's what I'm reaching for. I love the way that works on my skin in the heat. If you like aquatics, Bulgari Aquamarine is the business on a hot day. That Cartier Pasha Sport, I was saying earlier, I was the sport. So the Pasha Sport smell, it's a real good citrus, dude. I might pick that up if I could find a cheap bottle somewhere. Jesse said, what was your very first frag coach? It was Calvin Klein's Eternity. At least that's the one that it might have been preferred stock before that, but I think it really was Calvin Klein Eternity is what got me into fragrances. So I'm gonna claim that as my very first one. And speaking of Eternity, who has Eternity now? Because I think I'm about to pick that up, man. Because since Eternity is what got me in. Calvin Klein Eternity is what got me into fragrances. I gotta get the Eternity now. So I think that's gonna be my next purchase, and it's a cheapie right now. So I'm probably gonna pick that up. I could probably find it at Marshalls. But to answer your question, Eternity was what was my first fragrance, Jesse. Scent Snob, yes, I like Pear Tonka. Still haven't really tested it out, but it's real sugary, man. It's real sweet. It reminded me of blue sugar in the opening. It's just like sickling sweet sugar in the beginning, but then that Tonka develops and it gets real nice. I liked Ultra Zest. I liked Ultra Zest. It reminded me of Amawage's Sunshine Man, but not as dense and thick. It's more of a Ultra Zest remind me of a popsicle, 50-50 bar. Crypto Mint, I still haven't smelled it yet. Electric Wood of Room 1015. No, I haven't heard about that one. Aqua Amara, great. I have that too. So those would be one of the two that I would wear on a hot day. Aqua Amara or Aquamarine. But I also like the new one in Atlantic. That was a real sweet citrus. That one, I mean not sweet citrus, but a sweet aquatic. That one smelled real good too. I still need to smell Bentley Intense. How does that Keith? How does that Montal Honey Oud smell? Is that like a dark kind of like rich gourmandish type of fragrance? Steven said he was about to give up. He said it took me a couple of weeks of wearing it, and I was about to give up on it. But recently, Molecule One has been getting me mad compliments. I'm telling you, dude, that is a weird fragrance. Like you would swear you don't have anything on your skin, and people would they'll notice you. And I don't understand it. Like you could literally sniff where you sprayed and not smell nothing, but hours later, people will notice you. Yeah, Eternity is the truth, man. That got me hooked ever since Eternity. I was hooked. Smelling Good says, my girl wants to know what's a good female fragrance for the spring. What's the budget? Right now, my girl is wearing Creed Spring Flower, Bond Centerpiece for her. And her favorite right now designer is Victor and Rolf's Bon Bon. Look into Bon Bon. She loves that, man. She went through the whole bottle. So those would be my three that I would recommend. No Sense. What's up, man? Scent Snob says he liked Preferred Stock. I didn't think nobody would know what Preferred Stock was. I thought I was the man with Preferred Stock, but Eternity was my first love, man. Like Eternity, like I would that I bought. I think I probably purchased. I know for a fact I purchased that bottle more than anything. That was my first signature scent. I probably purchased 3 or 4 bottles of Eternity in my lifetime, and I haven't purchased anything like that. I would wear Molecule One in the daytime. For me, Molecule One is simply if I was to wear an interview scent, that probably would be it. Molecule One would probably be my job interview scent. But for me, I wear it on hot days. So I'm wearing it during the summer. I'm wearing it to This casual stuff, going to the mall. There's something casual, but in extreme heat is where I wear. That's when I wear Molecule One. Jesse, no, it didn't get Bleecker Street didn't get continued. What I think happened is going through a reformulation. It probably had oak moss, or it had probably had something in it that's a note that's currently banned, and they don't want to say that. So what they're doing is just, re-releasing it. But I talked to a bond rep, and he was like, "No, we're not getting rid of it." And then somebody posted a was it in here or one of the fraggers? I seen somebody posted the official um, uh, release from the house from Bond saying that it's not being discontinued. All right, guys, I'm about to call it quits, man. I'm about to get out of here. Cause my fiance is like, I don't spend no time with her. I've been on here for 2 hours, and she waiting to spend some time with your boy. But I'm gonna answer this last question. Where do you trust making purchases online? Do you think Nintendo sells authentic stuff? I buy online from fragrancenet.com. I buy online from Notino. And I buy online from somewhere else. Was it? I think Overstock sells stuff online, and then I buy online on Amazon. So FragranceNet, Notino, Overstock.com, Amazon.com. All right, fellas. Until next time, I'm gonna do this. Next week I should be on time, 5:30 Pacific Standard Time, so 8:30 Eastern Time. And depending on what the ladies say, determines where I spray. Peace.